Hey, I'm Joshua Paul, and we're out here in this beautiful place on this beautiful day because I want to give you a little bit of the backstory about how I got into writing, the process of how I write, why I write, and a little bit of the backdrop on these songs that I'm going to submit. And some of that has to do with being inspired by the beautiful nature that you see before you. So come on, I want to show you what it's all about. So I feel like I really got into songwriting when I was in the teaching program that I enrolled in after graduating from college, and it honestly was a really low point in my life. I felt like most of the things that gave me value had kind of disappeared. My family was falling apart. I had broken up with a girl I'd been dating for 4 or 5 years, and I had been a collegiate soccer player who really at that point couldn't even walk normally due to injuries from soccer. And on top of that, I was in the middle of this teaching program going like, is this really what I want to be doing? But I've already spent all this money on it. And it was at that point that I felt God wanted me to write music about my experience and my struggle. One, to help me. It seems to be the medium that expresses what's rumbling around inside of me better than anything else and gets it out. And honestly, like sometimes I say to people, like, sometimes I write to stay sane, like just to get it out there so it doesn't have to be all pressurized on the inside, but also to share that with others because others struggle with the same things that I do, and so they can feel like they're not alone and there's hope. So here we are, here we're running on the trail. This is actually where I write a lot of my music, a lot of my inspiration. It seems to take my mind to kind of a peaceful place and makes the craziness and the stress of normal life disappear. And I actually tend to strangely like run in rhythm with whatever song I'm writing, and I just run over the melodies and the lyrics and rework them, and this is where a lot of the songs are born. So I love to incorporate music into most of the things that I do, and I've been a high school chemistry teacher for over 8 years now, and that's one of my favorite places to incorporate it. I make up science songs and have the kids sing along to help them memorize stuff, and we have the classes compete against each other for who can sing it and perform it the best, and just get them involved and get them excited about chemistry, which isn't always the most exciting for kids, but get them excited about it via music. So that's one of the other things I love to do with it. The song Enough Is Just a Little Bit More that I shared with you all, I actually wrote running on a trail out in the beautiful wilderness like this. And I finished it up actually driving in the car with a little mini guitar on the way to the beach. And it was inspired by a few things. One, by an interview that I secretly have never watched, but I've been told about, with Howard Hughes, where they asked him how much was enough, and he said just a little bit more. And that got me thinking, like, holy smokes, I have lived my whole life that way. Like, I'm gonna be happy when I have this relationship. I'm gonna be happy when I achieve this thing or get this job or have this object or whatever it happens to be. And then when you get there, it never fully satisfies. So I wanna learn how to be satisfied with where I'm at right now, and I want to help others learn how to do that same thing. And so this song doesn't tell you how, it just sheds light on the issue of, like, that's not a healthy way to live. My song Hold On was initially inspired by the last episode of the show How I Met Your Mother, where Robin leaves Barney for her job and Ted wants to get back together with Robin, and I honestly hate the last episode of that show. Like, really, Ted, you're gonna go for Robin after all of that, and Robin, you're gonna leave Barney after all of that. And I realized, like, this emotion really isn't about this show. This is about my experience with those sort of things. I've experienced my family splitting apart several different times because of divorce, and I've lived through the drama and the trauma of that. And at that time, my family was going through that process again, and I was watching several of my friends' marriages fail. And Hold On is about struggle and pain, but there being things that are worth holding on to, worth fighting for, and those people that we love and those relationships that are meaningful, even when they're hard, I think they're worth fighting for. And so that's what Hold On is about. So I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, for listening to my songs. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope to have an opportunity to work with you and glean from your amazing songwriting expertise. And thanks for coming along on this little mini journey with me. And right now, I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of this beautiful day.